All right, sit back and let me share something that's often overlooked, something that's deeply rooted in how we understand relationships and human nature. You see, my dear friends, when it comes to love, intimacy, and connection, many of us get lost in the noise of the modern world, thinking it's all about grand gestures or superficial acts. But let me tell you, sometimes it's in the quiet, the subtle things, that the true depth of affection is revealed. There's a language that women speak, one that isn't always expressed in words but in actions, in how they look at you, how they touch you, how they laugh at your jokes, subtle signs that tell you something deeper is at play. And as men, we've got to pay attention. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, touch her? What does that mean? Let me clear this up for you. It's not about forcing yourself on someone. It's about understanding her needs, her signals, and being present enough to connect on a level that goes beyond the surface. Touch, in the right way, in the right moment, can speak volumes more than anything else. Think about it like this. When Sarah, your partner, or the woman in your life, brushes past you in a crowd, it's not just a simple, innocent gesture. If you notice her lingering just a little longer than usual, there's more to that moment. She's opening up, saying she wants to feel close, to be noticed. But here's the catch. Many men, myself included at times, get distracted by the world around us. We miss these moments, thinking they don't mean much. But those simple touches, those glances, are the foundation of something deeper. They're asking for connection, for attention, for intimacy that transcends just the physical. But let's be real here. You can't just pick up on these signs unless you're present. And being present is more than just being in the same room. It's about being mindful, about noticing the small things. Take, for example, when Sarah gently touches your arm while laughing at something you've said. It's subtle, but it's a signal, a sign that she feels safe with you. She's comfortable. And, believe me, that's when the magic happens. It's not just about the physical touch, it's about emotional intimacy. Now let's talk about another sign. She might give you that look. You know the one, a lingering gaze, that soft yet intense look that says more than words ever could. And when she gives you that look, it's not just about attraction. No, my friend. It's her way of saying, I need you. I want you. It's an invitation. One that, if you're paying attention, will lead to deeper connections. But I'll be honest with you, this doesn't just happen without trust. Trust is built over time, and it's only when she feels safe, understood, and valued that these signs will emerge. It's not about rushing things, it's about patience, understanding, and the willingness to be there when the time comes. When Sarah leans in, when she softly touches your leg as you sit next to each other, it's a sign. She's telling you, I want more than just the surface. I want to feel you. I want to connect with you on a deeper level. And that's when you need to step up, to respond with understanding, with touch that shows her she's valued, without rushing the moment. You might be wondering, but what about when she pulls away? Now that's an important question. When she pulls back, it's just as important to listen to that silence as it is to the words she speaks. It's a sign, too. It means there's something going on that you need to address. And if you care, if you're really present, you'll notice that and take the time to understand what's at the root of her emotions. The signs I've been telling you about, they're not just about the touch, the glances, or the physical closeness. No, my friend, these are signals that she's opening up to you in a way that's so profound and sometimes unspoken. It can only be understood when you truly listen, not just with your ears, but with your heart. Take the example of when she's sitting next to you, and her hand brushes against yours, just for a second. It may seem like nothing, just a casual accident, right? Wrong. That moment is loaded with meaning. She's not just casually brushing her hand against yours, she's reaching out for something deeper, something beyond the surface. She's making herself vulnerable to you, hoping that you'll see it, hear it, and respond with the same warmth, connection, and understanding. When you notice these small acts, it's a chance for you to show her that you are not just physically present but emotionally in tune with her. It's in these small moments, these tiny touches, that relationships are built, that trust grows. These signs are like building blocks for something more, something deeper. But here's the thing: when you don't respond, when you overlook these signs, it creates distance. And that's the last thing you want. Sarah, or any woman, will only keep showing you these signs if she feels you're paying attention, that you're present with her not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. Let's talk about when she does lean in closer, when her body language softens around you. These signs are just as powerful as any physical touch. They indicate that she feels comfortable and that she trusts you. But if you miss these signals, if you don't give her the attention she's craving, it can cause confusion. The emotional distance begins to grow, and that's when things begin to unravel. This doesn't mean that every touch, every glance, is a call for physical intimacy, but it's a chance for you to show care, to show that you're not just interested in what you can get from the relationship, but in what you can give. And here's the catch: when she shows these signs, when she reaches out for that connection, it's not about forcing the situation, rushing things, or making it about the physical. It's about being patient and respecting her boundaries. It's about understanding that intimacy doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's built on trust, respect, and a deep emotional connection. When that happens, the physical connection will come naturally, and it will be meaningful, not just a momentary rush. But there's one thing that stands in the way of all of this: expectations. Men, we have this tendency to think we know exactly what women want, and when we don't see it happening the way we expect it, we get frustrated. But that's not the way to build a lasting connection. Instead of assuming, start asking, start being present, and start understanding. When she gives you these signs, it's like an invitation, a chance to get closer to her in a way that matters. But here's the thing: don't wait for her to always make the first move. Women appreciate it when men take the initiative, when they step up and respond to the need for connection. As men, we often get caught up in the hustle of life, the responsibilities, the tasks, the demands, and in that hustle, we sometimes forget the power of slowing down, of being fully present in the moments that matter. Those subtle signs from a woman, those small gestures, are the signals that say, I want you, I need you, but I need you to be here with me, right now, emotionally, not just physically. Think of it this way: when Sarah looks at you in a certain way, not just a passing glance, but a look that holds meaning, she's giving you an opportunity. It's not a test, it's an invitation. She's inviting you to come closer, to understand her on a deeper level. And it's easy to miss this, my friend, if you're not paying attention. When you see these signs, it's like a silent plea, an unspoken request for you to step up and show that you're not just interested in the surface, in the chase, but in truly connecting. The thing is, women, just like men, want to feel seen, understood, and cared for. But for them, it's not just about words, it's about action. And sometimes that action is a gentle touch, a caring embrace, or a look that speaks volumes. So, let's talk about the power of touch. It's easy to think of it in physical terms, but touch is so much more than just skin on skin. It's an emotional exchange. When she touches your hand, your arm, or even your back, she's not just making contact. No, she's reaching out to you in a way that's vulnerable. She's trusting you to receive that touch and respond with the same level of intimacy. The beauty of touch is that it's a language all on its own. It doesn't need words to communicate. A simple touch can say, I feel safe with you, or I want to be closer. It's a way of building trust, layer by layer, through consistent, caring actions. But remember, the physical touch isn't the end-all be-all. There's something even deeper, that's often missed. Emotional availability. When she gives you those signs, it's a way of testing how emotionally available you are. Are you willing to hear her unspoken words? Are you willing to sit in silence with her when she's feeling vulnerable? Are you there, truly there, in the moment? Or are you just thinking about what comes next? Women don't always want grand gestures. Sometimes, they just want to know that you're there, present, and tuned in to what's happening. They want to feel that connection, not because you're checking off boxes of what a good man does, but because you genuinely care. If you're wondering why some women pull away after showing these signs, it's not because they're confused, but because they're testing you, seeing if you'll rise to the occasion. When a woman feels vulnerable, she needs to see if you'll be the one to protect that vulnerability, to respond with care and understanding. If you shy away from that responsibility, if you don't give her the emotional security she needs, she'll retreat. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's easy to feel like we need to be perfect, like we have to say all the right things, do all the right things. But that's not the case. You don't have to be perfect to connect. What's important is showing up emotionally, showing up physically when needed, showing up with a heart that is open and willing to listen. When Sarah touches your arm gently, when she lingers a little longer than usual, it's not about rushing into anything. It's about allowing the moment to unfold naturally, without forcing anything. It's a dance of connection, slow, steady, and deliberate. There's no need to rush. Just be present and let things evolve as they should. And the truth is, my friend, when you start to respond to these subtle signs with patience and understanding, you'll notice a shift. The relationship will deepen, and she'll feel more secure in your presence. It's not about being the perfect man, it's about being the real man who is willing to be there, fully, in the moment. So, take this with you. Women show signs, not because they want something from you, but because they're inviting you into something deeper. When you see these signs, whether it's a touch, a glance, or a moment of silence, respond with the awareness that this is your chance to connect on a deeper level. This is your opportunity to build trust, to create a bond that goes beyond the surface. Remember, my friend, it's the small things that matter. The simple, subtle signs are the ones that can change everything. It's in the way you respond, the way you show up, and the way you choose to connect. If you enjoyed this, if this story resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe to The Modern Stoic. We bring ancient wisdom to modern life, helping you navigate the complexities of relationships, connection, and intimacy in today's world. Until next time, stay present, stay connected,